Courtney takes care of the surgery, servicing, pre and post NCT, but the only thing they don't do is drive it home. In business for 15 years, Pat, or Pad to some people, vets all his approved used cars, checking them over with a fine-tooth comb, making sure you get quality. Log on to patmalonecarsales.ie. Oh, and he still answers to Pa, by the way.
On the hour, every hour, with the news that matters to you.
This is Clare FM News.
At 7, good evening, I'm Tina Gates. The OCI has apologised to athletes and their families and friends following the report into the Rio Olympics ticketing scandal. Judge Carol Moran said Pro 10, the authorised ticket reseller for the Rio Olympics, was not fit for purpose and was not appointed in a transparent manner. The report revealed there was a substantial number of complaints about Pro 10 from athletes, families and friends. OCI President Sarah Keane apologised to them this afternoon.
Athletes, families and the Irish sporting public were very upset by what went on in Rio, and I wish again to give an unreserved apology to them for any of the failings in Rio that affected them. They deserve nothing less, and I'm doing that on behalf of myself personally and the OCI Executive Committee.
The body of a missing hill walker has been recovered from a mountain range in Donegal. The man was last seen on Thursday while hiking in the Derryveigh Mountains. A search operation was undertaken with the assistance of the Coast Guard Rescue 118 helicopter and mountain rescue teams from Donegal, Sligo and Leitrim. The body was found on Sunday evening and has now been taken to Letterkenny mortuary. Donald Trump has made a statement condemning racist right-wing groups. It follows pressure from within the Republican Party after the president didn't condemn the far-right protests in Charlottesville, during which a woman was killed. Previously, the president appeared to blame all sides for the violence, but this evening he named names.
Racism is evil, and those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs, including the KKK, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and other hate groups that are repugnant to everything we hold dear as Americans.
Racist incidents are on the rise in Ireland. There were 245 completed reports in the second half of last year. That was up 190 in the previous 6 months. A new anti-racism campaign's been rolled out across our public transport system, encouraging anyone who witnesses or experiences racism to report it. Brian Killoran from the Immigrant Council of Ireland says in light of recent events in Charlottesville in the US, greater efforts need to be taken to tackle racism.
That's why something like what we're doing here today is a great opportunity for very public bodies to say we hold the line against this, we're not going to tolerate it, and we need to see that again and again, lest that kind of attitudes begin to take hold in Ireland. We don't have it in Ireland, but that doesn't mean we can be complacent.
The Red Cross says at least 200 bodies have been recovered after a mudslide in Sierra Leone, but warns many more people are likely to have died. Rescue teams are searching for those trapped in the debris on the outskirts of the capital Freetown. Around 2,000 people are thought to have been left homeless. A man arrested in connection with an IRA bomb attack that killed a Catholic nun and 3 police officers in the north has been released pending a report to prosecutors. The fatal attack happened in July 1990 when a landmine exploded in County Armagh. The 54-year-old was held at Belfast International Airport this morning. A man arrested last Thursday in relation to the same attack has also been released pending the submission of the police file. Wasted food is costing Irish households €700 a year. At the same time, 1 in 8 people in the country are experiencing food poverty. Lidl is donating 1 million meals to Irish charities from their store surpluses by 2020. They've partnered up with Food Cloud, who will distribute the food, and hundreds of charities are set to benefit. Ryanair is calling for a ban on the sale of all alcohol in bars and restaurants before 10 a.m. at UK airports. The Civil Aviation Authority reported a 600% increase in disruptive passenger incidents in the UK between 2012 and 2016. Ali Murphy says part of the reason she quit her job as cabin crew is because of the abuse she suffered.
I think it'd be a great idea to limit the amount of drinks that people have at the airport, because you don't need to have 5 pints before your flight. It's not going to help anybody. It's not going to make your flight more enjoyable. 2 drinks I think would be great, and scanning boarding passes is probably one of the only ways I could think that would actually be able to be monitored.
And that's your latest news update at 7:04.
The West Wind on Clare FM.
In association with DH Westlink, Tuam Road, Galway. Home to the largest range of quality used cars in the West. Westlink.ie.
Galera Corda, you're very welcome to Clare FM, our West Wind live broadcast for Fleadh here in 2017. Start this evening, and delighted to see so many smiling faces out there. Hello to everybody, how are you? I can't hear you. Yes, we do have a crowd gathering, a nice crowd gathering outside our premises here on Francis Street in Ennis. Clare FM coming to you live every single evening right through until next Monday night. And of course we have our lunchtime programmes as well with Cuivine. So do stay tuned to Clare FM. To start us off this evening, I want to give you a huge welcome home to Florence Fahey, North Clare woman, living in Boston. On concertina, I'm going to chat to Florence in a few minutes, but first of all, we're going to ask her to play us a few tunes. Take it away, Florence. And thank you so much to Florence Fahey there for a wonderful selection of 3 jigs there. Florence, have you got names for them?
I do. The first one is James McMahon. The second one, I think it's called The Old Walls of Limerick. And then the third one is a great Junior Crehan composition. It's The Sheep in the Boat.
Great stuff indeed. Well, welcome home. And I must say, people give out about social media sometimes, but thanks to Facebook, I've been able to keep a good track of you, Florence. And
Likewise.
And see what you've been up to. And you're a busy lady. So I think you've left us for a good while now because you've married a man over there in Boston and you have a beautiful little girl called
Leah. Yes, I moved to Boston in 2008, so I'm almost 10 years there. I'll be
and no trace of a Boston accent.
Not a bit. And when I come home, my husband has a clue what I'm saying to him. So, yeah, I'm there almost 10 years now, and that's what I'm doing full time out there. Is just really, I'm teaching out in the Comhaltas branch there, the concertina teacher, and I teach a lot through Skype, and I have private students as well, and it's fantastic, really, that I'm able to, have the opportunity to do that and be able to stay at home with Leah as well. So it's the best of both worlds, really. I get to enjoy it, and Leah gets to hear the Irish music every single day. So I'm hoping she'll follow along in the footsteps,
Well, you come from a great tradition of concertina players. As you all know, the Dronies are synonymous with North Clare concertina music. So too are the Fahys, and your own dad, of course, a great concertina player, Florence.
He is. My dad, he's a very humble man, and will not, you're a great player, Dad. No, that kind of person. Unfortunately, he can't be here this evening because he's not very well. But definitely, he's been my major influence. Growing up, morning, noon and night, Clare FM was on. Brought me to my music lessons in Ennis. Rain, hail, storm, I was there. Didn't matter. And so always in the house, always in the record players when I was growing up. Like on Saturday mornings, I remember I used to get up and instead of watching my cartoons or whatever, I would turn on the old record player and I'd have the old Kilfenora or the Tulla going, and I'd be humming the tunes, and did dancing for years and loved it, but the music was really where it was at for me. And sure, there was a spare concertina hanging around, so Dad was like, why not? We'll start.
Well, I remember you as a very, very small little girl, probably like even smaller than these little ones here beside us. And you were always totally comfortable and at home with that little thing on your knee and playing tunes on it. And I very, very distinctly remember that. So thanks a million to Florence. But Florence, you have been working, as you said, teaching concertina over there in Boston and, of course, on Skype. And you have brought three beautiful young ladies all the way from the US with you over to Fleadh here in Ennis. Introduce us to the young ladies beside you.
So I'm delighted to be their teachers, by the way. They work extremely hard and they love the music. And to my right here, I have Brianna Brown. She was the under-12 concertina champion in Sligo 2 years ago. And she's come all the way from St. Louis. And she's competing in the under-15 concertina this weekend, So delighted to have her here, and thanks for coming, Brianna.
Welcome to Ennis, Brianna. And now beside you here you have Niamh, is it?
I have lovely Niamh McGillicuddy here to my left, whose parents, one of them is from Cork, John out there, and her mom is from Galway. So she's surrounded with music all the time. Her uncle there is heavily involved in Comhaltas in Cork there as well. So she's got a great band. I think she's got a busload coming up. She's competing in the under-12 concertina this weekend as well, and she's also in the under-12 duet with lovely Aisling here, who's sitting beside her, Aisling Doyle, on the fiddle. So I asked them to join me because it's a great opportunity really for them just to be absorbed in the music and see what it's all about, in Ireland, and what we rave about, I suppose, and what we go mad about. So
what we take for granted.
Exactly. And I was just talking to my sisters this evening, and I said it's the first time I've been back, because I've been away for so many years. It's the first time I've had the opportunity to come back and be part of the Fleadh again, and it nearly brings tears to my eyes, really. It's fabulous. So I'm just delighted to be here. And thanks, Joan, for having me.
Thank you so much. You'll have us all crying. Listen to me. And the other thing that we have to talk about is your new CD. But we'll talk about that in a minute, because Florence, as I said, she's a busy lady and she is going to launch her CD, The Flaggy Shore. I love the name of it. And that's going to... We'll tell us about that later on. But I'm going to come over here to Brianna for a minute. How are you, Brianna?
Great.
Welcome to Ireland and to Ennis.
Thank you.
So tell us, you are being taught by Florence.
Yes.
And do you meet once a week, or how often do you meet?
Yeah, once a week.
Whereabout?
On Skype.
Oh, so you Skype. You're one of the modern, you're learning on Skype. Tell me how that works.
Well, it's like yeah, it's a mobile, like a face cam sort of thing. Like it's a video.
Okay. And you can learn from Florence through technology, really. sending on files and things like that. Anyway, Brianna, you're going to compete at the weekend. You might play a tune for us. Now, would you play a tune for us? What are you going to play for us?
I'm going to play Granya's Jig, of course, taught to me by Florence.
And written by Tommy Peoples. Okay, so put your hands together, please, for Brianna Brown. And she's going to play Granya's Jig for us. Take it away there, Brianna. Well done to Brianna Brown there from St. Louis. And Brianna is competing this weekend in the Under 15 Concertina solo competition. The very best of luck, Brianna, and thank you for playing for us here live on Clare FM. And she is taught, would you believe, via Skype by County Clare's own Florence Fahey. So we're going to just let you know that we are on Facebook. If you go onto our Facebook page and if you click on that, you will be able to follow us live via YouTube. So we're coming to you on YouTube via Clare FM on Facebook. So do log on there if you're not lucky enough to be here listening to us live in Francis Street. We're going to take a Brisha Biog. Back to you in a few more minutes with more music and chat here on Clare FM.
Live the music on Clare FM.
Here at Midwest Electrical Quinn Road Business Park, we would like to let you know we're open to trade and public alike, specialising in the supply of energy efficient heating and lighting, welding supplies, safety workwear, power tools such as Hitachi, Bosch and Milwaukee, and a wide range of electrical items for both home and industry. For excellent customer service and professional advice, call to Midwest Electrical Quinn Road Business Park 689 3400 or visit Midwest Electrical Facebook page.
Clare's Got Talent. Clare FM invites singers, dancers, groups, choirs, musicians, comedians, magicians and street performers to take part in the event of the year, Clare's Got Talent. We've €3,000 for the winning act, and don't worry if you think you're too young or too old, because there's no age limit. Application forms are now available from clare.fm and the closing date for entries is Friday, September 22nd. Clare's Got Talent, in association with D&G O'Sullivan Hurley, #1 estate agent in County Clare when it comes to showcasing your home.
Learn to play with the online Academy of Irish Music learning tools. Practice your tunes along with accompaniment tracks, or take the seat at a virtual reality session. Build your confidence as you play along with the professionals. Connect with some of Ireland's finest musicians and tutors. Log on to oaim.ie and join our music community today.
Holly's Haven Late Night Pharmacy, Abbey Street, Ennis. Open Monday to Saturday, 9 to 9 for expert advice and choice. 065 682 8568. There when you need us most.
Darren Hayes here from DH Westlink Limited, Tuam Road, Galway. home of the largest range of new and quality used cars in the West, and proud sponsors of the West Wind and Clare FM during Fleadh, Ceol Nahéirn, Inish 2017. Westlink.ie.
Fáilgí Rove Arít Accordia. You're very, very welcome back to Clare FM. We're outside our Clare FM studios here on Francis Street, coming to you live from Fleadh, Ceol Nahéirn. And Caoimhín started us off today with our lunchtime sessions. They're going right through the week, every day around 1:15 till about 2:20. And phenomenal music today, I must say. I was tuned and I loved every single note that was played. And now I'm here with Florence Fahey and some of her students all the way from the US, and they are competing in competitions this coming weekend. And they're just soaking it up. And Florence, as she said, it must be a lovely feeling to be back launching a CD with your students who are competing. And it doesn't get much better than that, really. And it's lovely to see someone who has left County Clare and coming back with such wonderful gifts to bear. Now, I'm going to mention a few things that are happening because my phone has not stopped ringing all day. Joan, will you mention this? Joan, will you mention that? I will. So I'm going to have to start mentioning a few things now. There's so much happening around the town. Make sure you get out and, for all the concerts that are sold out, there are just as many who are not sold out yet, and make sure you get along to the concerts. Also, Katie McNeil, a wonderful young photographer from County Clare, and she is having a beautiful exhibition of Clare women in traditional music. Katie Thiesby's out there. She's on the wall up there. I was up there today. Beautiful photographs. Well done to Katie McNeil. And if you want to see that exhibition, it's on in the B Art Studio, which is in Dennis Moran's car park. Make sure you get along and have a little look. Also, Tim Dennehy, Idel Vaughan and Donal Hannah Fain on Fleadh Os Gaeilge, Donal O'Connell and Tradishuin Araniachta, The Fiery Dragon, Daniel O'Connell in the song tradition. That's on this Friday at 1 o'clock in the courthouse for the Fleadh Os Gaeilge. So much happening. Something for everybody. Make sure you get out there and make the most of it, folks, and enjoy it. I'm going to go over here and say hello to Niamh. Niamh, what age are you?
11.
11. And you are competing in the under 12 concertina, isn't that right?
Yeah.
So have you been practicing very, very hard?
Yeah.
You have to say yeah. I'm sure you have been. When did you arrive in County Clare?
We drove up yesterday, but we were in Galway for a week before.
So you've no jet lag and you're ready to compete?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to play a tune for us?
Yes.
What will it be?
The Road to Ballymac.
Oh, that's a great reel altogether. I'd say we'll have to stop them now. They'll all want to dance out there when you're playing that because it's a great tune to dance to. So when you're ready, I want you to play for us The Road to Ballymac. And this is Niamh, all the way from Boston. And she is one of Florence Fahey's many students who are competing at the weekend. So Niamh, I should say, take it away when you're ready. The Road to Ballymac. And again, this is another wonderful young musician from America. Well, you can't beat breeding anyway, that's for sure and certain, because the music is coming out through every pore of Niamh's body. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic music. The Road to Ballymac, and she played it with such style and such swagger and such tradition and such a great style of concertina playing. Fantastic, Niamh. Thank you so much. That was gorgeous. So that's Niamh Doyle. And Niamh, of course... Sorry? Niamh McGillicuddy. Oh my goodness. Niamh McGillicuddy. And we have Aisling Doyle. Govan Eshkil. So that's Niamh McGillicuddy. And beside me, I have Aisling Doyle. And together, these two ladies are also competing in the Fleadh. What are you doing together, Aisling?
A duet.
A duet. So do you meet often to practice?
Yeah.
How often?
Couple times a week.
Okay, and you're also competing in other competitions, Aisling, aren't you?
I'm competing in fiddle and slow air under 12.
And tell us, who's teaching you fiddle in Boston?
Sean Classy.
Where is he from?
He's from Limerick.
Very good, great. So we're going to have a duet now from these two ladies. We have Niamh McGillicuddy and we have Aisling Doyle. And they're going to play, I think Niamh is telling Aisling that they're going to play the reel. Is that right, girls? Is it the reel? The reel from duet. And again, they're competing at the weekend. So take it away, girls, when you're ready. Mighty music there. That's the sound of Niamh McGillicuddy on concertina and Aisling Doyle on the fiddle. Aisling, will you play us a solo on the fiddle as well? Would that be possible, will you? What will you play for us?
Humours of Lisadell.
The Humours of Lisadell. Very, very good. Take it away. Aisling Doyle here, and she's competing in the fiddle and duets and slow airs and fast tunes. You name it, she's doing it. Wonderful, wonderful fiddle playing there. And I mentioned that Aisling is doing it all, but she's doing it all and she's under 12. What age are you, Aisling?
12.
12, my goodness, such talent. It's quite incredible. Well, I'm going to take a Brisha Biog in a moment. I just want to remind you of one or two more things. Comment there from Ian Martin. He says, very cool about learning through Skype. He's well impressed. And he wants to know, Florence, if the album is available through digital download. It will be. And we'll talk to Florence later on. She's going to stay with us. We're going to talk to her later on. I have Katie Thiesby, Mike Hanrahan to meet, Sheila Honan to have a chat with. And after 8 o'clock, we have have the Chapelgate Wren boys and girls. They're here and they are going to be dancing and singing and telling stories, and there's going to be mighty crack all together between 8 and 9 as well, so do stay tuned. We'll take a Brisha Biog, back in a few minutes.
Live the music on Clare FM.
You wouldn't forget to water a plant if you wanted to keep it growing and blooming. In the same way, you need to feed your skin to keep it hydrated, fresh and youthful. Beauty Complex, the latest product from Revive Active, does just that. Using a natural formula, it nourishes the skin, replenishing its natural barrier and keeping it beautiful. Beauty Complex is available through good pharmacies and health food stores nationwide, or direct online at reviveactive.com. See your skin bloom with Beauty Complex.
Call into Cummins Car Centre and test drive the 172 Toyota Hybrid range. Toyota Hybrids combines an electric motor and a petrol engine. Together, they both just work better. And you never have to plug it in. With lower emissions, 30% less servicing costs, and up to 40% better fuel economy, that really is better. Hybrids are now available in Yaris, Auris, CHR, RAV and Prius models. All at Cummins Car Centre main Toyota dealer Ennis. 684 5000.
The world-renowned Dirty Nelly's Bar and Restaurant is the go-to venue for live music and scrumptious food. Located in the beautiful picturesque village of Bunratty with 2 restaurants, plus outside dining area and 4 bars with music every night. Let Dirty Nelly's Bunratty be your dining destination this week. Open for food from 12 to 10 p.m.
Hi, it's Gavin here from Morning Focus. On Tuesday, we'll examine the government's plan to get vacant homes back in use. A wide-ranging strategy is to be announced in the coming weeks, but are some of the ideas really harebrained, as has been claimed? Your daily Fleadh preview, Snap Happy with the Shannon Camera Club, and Irish bashing from Shakespeare to EastEnders. This and more on Tuesday from 9.
Darren Hayes here from DH Westlink Limited, Tuamrone, Galway, home of the largest range of new and quality used cars and commercial vehicles in the West. Proud sponsors of the West Wind and Clare FM during Fleadh Ceolna here in 2017. 091 766 555.
Clare FM's Radio Bingo, giving you more chances to win.
It's Monday, August 14th, week 33, and you're playing off the green page. The numbers called out earlier today were 24, 82, 10, 30, 65, 69, 14, 33, 40, and finally 61. If you filled a panel with those numbers, please call 01 905 6257 before 8 p.m. tonight, and you could win or share in today's prize. Don't forget tomorrow's jackpot stands at €12,500. Radio Bingo, in association with Clarecastle Daycare Centre.
And you're very welcome back to Clare FM, and we're well on the way now. We have had wonderful music from very, very young musicians from the US who are over to compete in Fleadh Ceolna here, and now we're turning to the more mature musicians, and I'm going to say hello to Mike Hanrahan, my own namesake. How are you, Mike?
I'm very good, Joe.
And welcome home.
Thank you very much. Great to be home. Great to be here for the Fleadh, and so early as well. I'm here for the full week.
You're home for the week. Very good. And tell us, you must have a lot of things lined up for the week, Mike, if you're here for the week.
Yeah, there's a few gigs. I'm playing tomorrow night in Glore with the Townies concert, which is going to be great fun.
Go on the town.
Yeah, all the old buddies, because when we were young, we were in Cayley Bands here, and we're all getting back to play tomorrow night. That'll be really great fun.
I thought you were going to say all the baldies, and you have a lovely fine head of curls there in your
That's the other crowd. And on Thursday, I've got 2 shows. One in the afternoon with Sharon Howley, and then in the evening we're above in Dicer with Sharon Howley and Tara Breen, and it's Mike Hanrahan with strings attached, and that should be real fun. And then there's a small gig in the West County on Friday night with a band called Stockton's Wing. And then I'm in Kilkee on Saturday with Leslie Dowdle, so it's...
Wow, you're all over the county. I want to say officially, and I think we should all give a big boolabus to Stockton Swing, they are going to be receiving a civic reception here in County Clare. So delighted that the Clare County Council are going to recognise 40 years of amazing music making. Mike, give them a big boolabus, please.
Yeah, we're very proud. It's going to be an amazing occasion. But it's good for us to have that kind of recognition from your own people. But it doesn't surprise me in a sense, because every time we come back here to play, the gig is always it's fantastic. So we're really proud. We're always very proud Clare people anyway, wherever we go. But this year is going to be really special.
You've never lost a connection with County Clare, ever. You're still handlings from County Clare, as they say, around my neck of the woods. And it's a wonderful feeling, and it's wonderful, as you say, to be recognised by your own. I've been one of those people down in the West County that have jumped up and danced in the aisles at Stockton Swings gigs. Yeah, they are pretty special, Mike. And definitely, you're going to rock the place on Friday night as well.
We'll have a go at it anyway.
Absolutely. Now you're going to play a tune for us, and you're going to sing for us. But first of all, I'm going to say hello to my lovely friend here, Katie Teasby. You're very welcome, Katie.
Thank you, Joan.
And you were having a great year all together this year, Katie.
I am. Yeah, I'm after recording a song that Finbar Fury gave me, and Fergus Tighe make a lovely video, and we put it up on YouTube, and it seems to have taken Clare by storm anyway, and people are really enjoying the song. So it had about 9,000 hits in about 2 months or something like that. So
if people want to actually view it, Katie, what's the best thing to Google?
Katie Teasby, I Remember You Singing.
I Remember You Singing. So it's a song written by your great friend Finbar Fury, the one and only Finbar Fury. It's a very, very special song. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's written by Finbar for both his parents who passed away, and it's kind of it kind of talks about the relationship they had, about teasing each other and holding each other's hand, and it kind of just wonders, are they still doing that, I suppose, in the afterlife? And I was nagging him to sing it or to record it for about 5 or 6 years, and eventually he got sick of me nagging, and he said, "You record it."
And you did?
I did, yeah, with Peter Reid's, and it's going really well.
It's gone viral. It was just amazing. I remember the night that it first popped up on Facebook, and it was just like, wow. It really just hits people, I think, and really appeals to all the people who've lost people out there, and there's an awful lot of them. Okay, are you going to sing it for us, Katie?
We'll give it a shot.
Okay, this is I Remember You Singing. It's a song written by Finbar Fury. And get out your hankies. And this is Katie Teasby, and she's going to bring it out in her album, which is going to come out later on this year, beginning of next year. She's working on it, and she has Mike Hanrahan here on guitar accompanying her. So put your hands together, please, for Katie Teasby and Mike Hanrahan.
I remember you singing this song, man. I remember how you blushed when you smiled. Love has a way of never letting go. See the teardrops, they're filling my eyes. I remember when Father would sing this old song, he would tease you to sing along. He would sing out of key, just as happy as could be. I wonder if he's teasing you now. I wonder if he's teasing you now, Ma. I wonder if he's holding your hand. Love has a way of never letting go. Sure, I know you're together somehow. I remember the day my mother passed on.
My father had gone just a while. I sat in the church and I listened to all. From a distance I heard this old song. I wonder if he's teasing you now, Ma. I wonder if he's holding your hand. Love has a way of never letting go. Sure, I know you're together somehow. Sure, I know you're together somehow.
Katie Thiesby there on vocals and Mike Hanrahan accompanying beautifully on guitar. Oh, that's just one of those beautiful, beautiful songs. I'm going to go in between the middle of the two of you now and I'm going to say hello to Mike again. So, Mike, you've invited this beautiful lady to join Stockton's Wing for a night, at least anyway.
Yeah, I actually heard this track on Facebook, this song, this year. And I just started Googling it, and then I hadn't heard Katie before. And I rang Tara Breen, who plays with us on fiddle, and she was raving about her. So I found more Katie music. And then to discover that my great friend Finbar Fury had written the song was even better again, because I toured with Finbar and I've always admired him as a songwriter. But I think Katie's voice needs to be out there. People need to hear it. Not just here in Clare, I think all over the country, all over Europe. So I really wish her the best, because she's got something really, really, really special, you know. It really is. So I wish you the best, Katie. I'm delighted to be here singing and playing with her tonight. Absolutely. It's great.
Mighty stuff indeed. So Katie's going to be she's going to be a guest of Stockton's Wing. I'd say you were happy about that, Katie, are you?
I was at home with my daughter, and she was looking in the window, and she had a butterfly on her top, and she was banging on the window and showing me this butterfly, and the phone rang. And it was, "Hi Katie, this is Mike Hanrahan here from Stockton's Wing. I'm just trying to play it all cool. Oh, how's it going, Mike?" Jumping up and down, sure, he can't see me jumping up and down. And she's looking at the window going, "What is going on," you know? And I was completely over the moon, blown away. And my little daughter came in and I told her what the crack was, and she started crying. She says, "I'm so happy for you."
Oh, that's gorgeous. And a butterfly and everything.
A butterfly and everything, yeah.
There's always a butterfly, isn't there? Absolutely beautiful for the daddies and the mammies. Mighty stuff indeed. So we're going to have a blast of tunes. What's next?
Oh, Katie's playing the tunes.
The first tune is one of Christy Barry's set. The second tune, I just haven't a clue what it's called. So
Okay, a blast of tunes from Mike Hanrahan and Katie Thiesby. And they're just kind of warming up for things to happen over the next week here in Ennis. Stockton's Wing and things like that, and Katie's going to be one of the guests. So I have loads of things to be telling you while they're getting that together. Let me see. Yes, I'm wearing a beautiful pendant, if I might say so myself, today, and it's from Collins Jewellers in Collins Street. Ty Collins, he actually designed a beautiful logo, and it's in a pendant, and I actually have one to give away. I'm going to give away one to somebody out there. If anyone would like to sing me a bar of a song or a verse of a song, I'm going to give them a pendant from Collins's Jewellers. Come on, somebody out there is going to take me up on this beautiful offer. A bar of a song. Come on, beautiful pendant up for grabs. Come in here to me. How are you? We have a second taker. You'll have to come back next week. I have another one Sunday night, another one Monday night. What's your name?
Breed Vanny.
Breed, you're going to sing a verse of a song for us, and you're going to come over here to me. You're going to sing us Gaeilge. Oh God, I'll have to find. Oh, do you know something? Florence Fahey has CDs here as well to give away, so we might give you a CD. What are you going to sing for us?
I'll sing Paddy. Don't know if you know it or not.
Yeah. Do you want to turn around?
This way. Don't know if you know it or not. From his window he watches as people, they come and go on their way, rushing to catch the train homewards, as he often did in his day. He remembers the dark of the mornings and the days he worked in the rain, the good times, the bad times, the friends that he knew he'll never see them again. Night when the streets are deserted, except for the takeaway signs. Thinks of the men that he worked with, on the buildings, the roads and the mines. The girl that he met in the Galtee, thought he might make her his own. Maybe if there was less drinking, he wouldn't have wound up alone.
And Breed Devaney, and well done to Breed. That was totally impromptu, and she's going off with a lovely pendant from Collins's, and I know they're on the Fleadh website if you want to get them, or go down there to Collins Street and Tighe will take care of you. But they're beautiful, beautiful pieces, and it's lovely to have something that will last the years, and well done to Breed for that lovely song. Where's the lady gone that was going to sing us Gaeilge? I'll come back to you in a minute, because we do have CDs from Florence Fahy to give away as well, so do stay with us. In the meantime, we're back to Katie Thiesby and Mike Hanrahan for a blast of tunes, starting off with Christy Barry's.
Live the music on Clare FM.
They say people buy from people, and if it's a pre-approved used car you're looking for, Pat Malone's your man. Declan Courtney takes care of the surgery, servicing, pre and post NCT, but the only thing they don't do is drive it home. In business for 15 years, Pat, or Pa to some people, vets all his approved used cars, checking them over with a fine-tooth comb, making sure you get quality. Log on to patmalonecarsales.ie. Oh, and he still answers to Pa, by the way.
Hi, Cormac O'Sullivan from D&G O'Sullivan Hurley here. The property market continues to recover, and at D&G O'Sullivan Hurley, we are experiencing a high demand for homes throughout County Clare, particularly Ennistown and suburbs and our coastal towns. If you are thinking of selling, the team at D&G O'Sullivan Hurley would love to hear from you and arrange a free, no obligation appraisal. Call us on 68 40 200 or visit us online at dng.ie.
Cahercalla Motors, main Suzuki dealers for County Clare, invite you to test drive the 2017 Irish Small Car of the Year, the Suzuki Baleno. To celebrate this prestigious award, test drive and purchase the Suzuki Baleno and receive an extra €500 discount. This spacious and stylish hatchback starts at just €16,595 with a host of extras, including sat-nav and reversing camera, and comes with 3 years free servicing or €350 worth of free fuel. Call Cahercalla Motors Ennis 065 6829 199 or visit suzuki.ie.
Learn to play with the online Academy of Irish Music Learning Tools. Practice your tunes along with accompaniment tracks or take the seat at a virtual reality session. Build your confidence as you play along with the professionals. Connect with some of Ireland's finest musicians and tutors. Log on to oaim.ie and join our music community today.
The world-renowned Dirty Nelly's Bar and Restaurant is the go-to venue for live music and scrumptious food. Located in the beautiful picturesque village of Bunratty with 2 restaurants, plus outside dining area and 4 bars with music every night. Let Dirty Nelly's Bunratty be your dining destination this week. Open for food from 12 to 10 p.m.
You're listening to The West Wind on Clare FM during Fleadh na hÉireann Inish 2017. In association with DH Westlink Limited, Tuam Road, Galway, home to the largest range of new and quality used cars and commercials in the West. Visit westlink.ie or download the app.
And you're very welcome back. Fleadh na hÉireann Inish. And it's 2017, it's back, it's the second year. Yeah, it's really exciting. I heard Queeveen this morning saying he'd Glindor Cree. Well, I have Glindor Cree as well. Sheila Honan, you're very welcome to Clare FM. How are you?
Good, thank you, Joan.
Now, Sheila, I was on the Club Bridge last night and the most amazing spectacle ever. There was a film projected on a wall over the Club Bridge. It was just poetry and romantic and everything else. But you're the lady behind it all. Tell us all about it.
Yes, I was commissioned by Clare County Council to create an outdoor installation for the Fleadh in Ennis. And my brief was Irish music and dance, something which was a little bit challenging because I had never worked in that area before. So I set about creating a short film to project onto the wall over the river on the Club Bridge.
So that was all your own concept, the film being projected. It's quite a spectacle, it's quite amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I suppose... yeah, it is quite a spectacle. A friend of mine teases me a lot when I talk about creating installations, and she laughs about that. What's an installation? But literally it is designing something that you will install into a particular place. And that was the Club Bridge and the river, and designing a short film based around Irish music and dance that would sit within that space and bring a little bit of poetry to it. And I think and touch people maybe in a way that's very atmospheric or emotional rather than being a very conceptual piece that you would kind of approach intellectually, just something that you would respond to like you respond to music almost.
So it is a film, but there are no words and there's lots of different sounds. So tell us about the whole concept or how you came about to bring this to us.
Well, the brief was Irish music and dance, and as I said, I had never worked in Irish music and dance before, and I work with the landscape a lot, and I knew that really wanted to feature in it, and I was very interested in the connection between Irish music and dance, and the whole notion of even dancing at the crossroads, and that connection is there for a long, long time. And I drew on an earlier experience from travels as a younger woman in Jerusalem, and a wedding that I attended outside Jerusalem in the woods, and it was a very unusual wedding, and it was full of musicians and young people, and one of my most abiding memories was the sound of the flute in the woods and just that beautiful acoustic space, and realizing, you know, where that woodwind comes from and how it belongs in that space. So that was a starting point. So from there I approached a Clare musician, Kevin Ryan, a well-known flute player, and Kevin and I set about filming. And we started in the Dawn Woods down at Craiganone, and we filmed there, and then we filmed in Dangan in the evening. Then we went from there up to the Burren, and we went from the Burren down to Ballianlockig in the Coombe outside Dingle. So the whole concept is a single character moving through the landscape and connecting with music as he goes. And so he encounters different figures along the way. He encounters a pipe player, a woman playing the pipes at the foot of Mount Brandon down in Ballianlough. He encounters Seanos dancing, which we filmed in Rouen outside Dromore. Conor Keane was a concertina player. So while he encounters these figures, they're almost like ghostly figures that he encounters. And then the big thing was putting the soundtrack to that. So we worked with Foley sounds from the site and Kevin's beautiful score, that's his own piece. And from there, I worked with a sound designer from Limerick, John Greenwood, and he designed the sound piece. And there was a lot really putting it all together and putting the music element together to all the visuals and then creating a piece that would be projected onto the wall. And then that had to be mapped onto the wall as well. So there was a lot of different elements. It was a big jigsaw putting it together.
So much detail, and you know something, it shows because it's absolutely phenomenal. I just thought I was thinking about it for a few hours after I saw it last night. Now it is being shown every single night, Sheila, so tell our listeners out there if they want to see it, where and when.
Well, you can see it from the Club Bridge area of Ennis, and if you are on the bridge looking down towards the town, and it's projected onto a huge gable wall there, the rowan tree is in front, and it will be projected from 10 until about 11:30 or 12, depending on weather or whatever. But we had a huge crowd last night. The bridge was heaving. It was incredible.
I was on it. It was fantastic. Sheila, Garvina Mahagut, so great to talk to Sheila Honan there. Well done, Sheila. Give her a big boola bus. Huge amount of work has gone into that project. Now, Florence, we didn't get to talk about your CD launch at all. When is it?
Well, I'm having a CD launch in Bellharbour in Newquay on the 26th, August 26th. So if you can make it, I'd love to see it.
Well, you'll have to come back into Clare FM to tell us all about the album.
I will. I'll tell you all about the album, yeah. It's just music from North Clare, promoting that style and that what I love, you know. And so it's a tribute really to my parents as well, my dad and my mom for, you know, just, you know, giving me the gift really of music, and just, you know, I've been able to enjoy it and been all over the world with it really, and without it I probably wouldn't have seen what I've seen. So it's really just a thank you to them, and just, you know, a tribute to the North Clare concertina music, and that's really
great. And listen, thanks so much to you all for coming in. Mike Hanrahan, Katie Thiesby, Florence Fahy, and indeed Sheila Honan. You're going to play us out now, bring us to the 8 o'clock news with a few tunes. They are tear into them, lads, because the time is against us. We never have enough time on Clare FM, especially when we're live. Wren Boys are up next, and we're going to have a few tunes now from Florence, Katie and Mike. The Tulla. Woohoo! Off they go, the humours of Tulla.
Live the music on Clare FM.
Get caught up in the magic of Islewy Cave in the Burren. Take a guided tour through one of Ireland's oldest underworlds. Stroll up Islewy Mountain and be blown away by our flying displays at the Birds of Prey Centre. Walk with a hawk through the Hazelwood. Watch Burren Gold cheese being made. Relax in our friendly tea room or explore the farm and gift shop. For details, visit ilewicave.ie. Islewy Cave, welcoming visitors to the Burren for over 40 years.
Here at Midwest Electrical Quinn Road Business Park, we would like to let you know we're open to trade and public alike.
specialising in the supply of energy-efficient heating and lighting, welding supplies, safety workwear, power tools such as Hitachi, Bosch and Milwaukee, and a wide range of electrical items for both home and industry. For excellent customer service and professional advice, call to Midwest Electrical, Quinn Road Business Park, 689-3400, or visit Midwest Electrical Facebook page.
They say people buy from people, and if it's a pre-approved used car you're looking for, Pat Malone's your man. Declan Courtney takes care of the surgery, servicing, pre and post NCT, but the only thing they don't do is drive it home. In business for 15 years, Pat, or Pa to some people, vets all his approved used cars, checking them over with a fine-tooth comb, making sure you get quality. Log on to patmalonecarsales.ie. Oh, and he still answers to Pa, by the way.
He's Brian Cody, Joe Brawley, Micheál Amara Hertig, and many more. He's the incredibly talented and hilarious Aidan Tierney, and this Friday he'll be making your Friday funny with a special 8-week series of Tierney Talks. Tune in to Clare FM's breakfast show this Friday morning for the latest episode. Tierney Talks, this Friday morning on Clare FM, brought to you by Specsavers, proud sponsors of the GAA Hawkeye.
Darren Hayes here from DH Westlink Limited, Tuam Road, Galway, home of the largest range of new and quality used cars in the West, and proud sponsors of the West Wind and Clare FM during Fleadh, Ceol na hÉireann, Inish 2017. Westlink.ie.
On the hour, every hour, with the news that matters to you.
This is Clare
At 8
FM
o'clock, good
News.
evening, I'm Tina Gates. The OCI has apologised to athletes and their families and friends following the report into the Rio Olympics ticketing scandal. Judge Carol Moran said Pro 10, the authorised ticket reseller for the Rio Olympics, wasn't fit for purpose and wasn't appointed in a transparent manner. The report revealed there was a substantial number of complaints about Pro 10 from athletes, families and friends. OCI President Sarah Keane apologised to them this afternoon.
Athletes, families and the Irish sporting public were very upset by what went on in Rio, and I wish again to give an unreserved apology to them for any of the failings in Rio that affected them. They deserve nothing less, and I'm doing that on behalf of myself personally and the OCI Executive Committee.
A man suspected of having been involved in the drugs trade and other serious crime is being linked to the disappearance of Trevor Deely 17 years ago. The missing 22-year-old may have been killed by a known criminal and buried at a Chapel Izard site that's being excavated as part of a renewed search based on a tip-off. The identity of the suspect came to detectives' attention when new technology was able to enhance CCTV from the night that Trevor Deely went missing. Our reporter Sean Defoe says there are some unconfirmed reports about the individual talking to Mr. Deely in the CCTV footage.
It's believed it's a known criminal from Dublin, from Crumlin area in particular, and one who may have been involved in a prostitution ring, although that isn't fully confirmed yet. Again, what we know is that it's unlikely that Mr. Deely knew this person, that it was more of a chance encounter on the night, and that's where we kind of go back to the CCTV footage that came out.
The body of a missing hill walker has been recovered from a mountain range in Donegal. The man was last seen on Thursday while hiking in the Derry Vey Mountains. A search operation was undertaken with the assistance of the Coast Guard Rescue 118 helicopter and mountain rescue teams from Donegal, Sligo and Leitrim. The body was found on Sunday evening and has now been taken to Letterkenny mortuary. Donald Trump has made a statement condemning racist right-wing groups. It follows pressure from within the Republican Party after the president didn't condemn the far-right protests in Charlottesville during which a woman was killed. Previously, the president appeared to blame all sides for the violence, but this evening he named names.
Racism is evil, and those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs, including the KKK, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and other hate groups that are repugnant to everything we hold dear as Americans.
The Red Cross says at least 200 bodies have been recovered after a mudslide in Sierra Leone, but warns many more people are likely to have died. Rescue teams are searching for those trapped in the debris on the outskirts of the capital, Freetown. Around 2,000 people are thought to have been left homeless. A man arrested in connection with an IRA bomb attack that killed a Catholic nun and 3 police officers in the north has been released pending a report to prosecutors. The fatal attack happened in July 1990 when a landmine exploded in County Armagh. The 54-year-old was held at Belfast International Airport this morning. A man arrested last Thursday in relation to the same attack has also been released pending the submission of the police file. Ryanair wants UK airports to ensure that passengers only have 2 drinks before they get on their flights. The firm is suggesting travellers should have to scan their boarding cards before they buy alcohol so that their purchases can be tracked. It also wants a ban on the sale of alcohol in bars and restaurants and departure lounges before 10 a.m. Ryanair's Chief Marketing Officer Kenny Jacobs wants sensible controls in place.
It would be good for other parts of the airport, retail. It's better for the airport because they don't have security incidents at the airport. All the airlines would say this: look, don't give us a problem from the boarding gate onto our aircraft that we then have to deal with an aircraft in the sky.
That's your latest news update at 8:04.
Well, Céad Míle Fáilte to the Chapelgate Wren boys and girls. You're very, very welcome, everybody. How are you? Jojo Marnan, how are you?
Great, Jojo, thanks very much.
Do you want to give her your formal introduction, Jojo?
We'll have to.
Go for it.
Duran, the king of all birds. On St. Stephen's Day, he got cut in the furs. Up with the kettle and down with the pan. Give us a penny to bury the ran. Toss on down or in Vehin Shahanocht. I Clare FM, on Station is fair. I går fläkhjål na herden, gav vieles a shock deg. We're the Wren boys from West Clare, with a great tradition that's ever so rare. We have music, song and dance, so I hope you'll give us this chance. And envisage our ambitions to keep alive these great traditions. Without further ado, I present to you Trolling Gata and Pale, as Coran Clar, I Gund on Clar.
1, 2.
the mighty Chapelgate Wren boys and girls. We have musicians from all over West Clare, dancers, and Jojo Martin, you're very welcome to Clare FM.
Thank you very much, Sean. We're delighted to be here as part of Clare FM's showpiece for the Fleadh here, and I think it's a great opportunity, I suppose, on an international stage to show the traditions that we have here in County Clare, and we're delighted. It's one of the only groups left, Wren groups left in County Clare at the moment. And as you can see, with the colour, the atmosphere, the enjoyment that everyone gets out of it, you have also, of course, the music, song and dance, but it's great to be part of it.
Absolutely. Well, it is just phenomenal. I have to say, I love being a Wren girl, and I love when the Wren boys come out, and I just think it's one of the most special things in County Clare. I suppose it's the madness of all the beautiful rig-outs, and it's the crack beforehand when you're getting dressed. That's all part of the tradition. And indeed, it's all the wonderful music as well. But Jojo, this has been going on in County Clare for a while, and the Chapelgate Wren boys have been around for a while.
Well, the Chapelgate Wren boys now, I think this is our 7th year. And we started out, I suppose, the start of it was in Loophead Gathering Festival. And lo and behold, that was in the month of July, and we decided we'd go to Listowel to the All-Ireland Wren boys competition, and I must say we had a fantastic night that night, and ever since we have gone down. We missed last year, all right, but we done what the Kilkenny hurlers and the Kerry footballers could never do. We got the 5 in a row, so we...
No 3 in a row for the Wren boys, I'll tell you. It has to be 5 in a row, setting new standards by the day. Well, listen, we're going to have a song now. Jojo, we might talk to you later on again. And Jojo is the king of the Wren. And, he wins every year as well as the king of the Wren. There's a few different contests. So one of them is who's going to be the king of the Wren. And then there's the actual overall winners. But the Chapelgates just tick all the boxes every time. And you can just see why when you see the array of colour and all the talent here before us. And a lovely, lovely time to come together and enjoy our music and song. Grania Marnin, how are you?
I'm great.
You're great. That's a good start. Busy lady. We've been on the blower already today, and here you are. You're going to sing a very special song for us, Grania.
I am. I'm going to sing Around the Chapelgate of Curra Clare, and of course the Curra Clare anthem. And at this stage, I think I've sang about 1 million times, so I'm going to sing it once more.
Well, no more than the Wren boys. We never get sick of the Chapelgates of Curra Clare. So put your hands together, please, for Grania Marnin, Around the Chapelgates in Curra Clare.
I've been away from Ireland now for nearly 50 years, and thoughts of home are still so dear to me. Often I have gazed across the ocean, and my eyes grow dim with tears. Let me tell you of the visions that I've seen. As a barefoot child I stood there when the summer sun did shine across the steeple of that little church down there. And we gathered every evening while the weather would be fine around the chapel gate in Curra Clare. So in dreams I'd love to ramble down the village street and meet the boys and girls gather there for to sing the good old songs telling of old Ireland's wrongs around the chapel gate in Curra Clare. There were weddings planned and matches made and stories old and new around among the boys that gather there. And we play the football matches till the final whistle blew around the chapel gate in Curra Clare. We would talk about the neighbours, the weather and the times, and who the boys were courting in the sly. We would watch the colleens passing by and bid them the time of day, and perhaps we'd catch a twinkle in their eye. So in dreams I'd love to ramble down the village street and meet the boys and girls gather there for to sing the good old songs telling of old Ireland's wrongs around the chapel gate in Clare. But I'm grown old and weary in this land so far away. But I'll return to Ireland yet if God will spare. And when all is done, they'll lay me at the closing of my day inside the chapel gate in Clare. So in dreams I'd love to ramble down the village street and meet the boys and girls gathered there for to sing the good old songs telling of old Ireland's wrongs, where around the chapel gate in Clare.
Live the music on Clare FM.
Clare's Got Talent. Clare FM invites singers, dancers, groups, choirs, musicians, comedians, magicians and street performers to take part in the event of the year, Clare's Got Talent. We've €3,000 for the winning act, and don't worry if you think you're too young or too old, because there's no age limit. Application forms are now available from clare.fm, and the closing date for entries is Friday, September 22nd. Clare's Got Talent, in association with D&G O'Sullivan Hurley, #1 estate agent in County Clare when it comes to showcasing your home.
The world-renowned Dirty Nelly's Bar and Restaurant is the go-to venue for live music and scrumptious food. Located in the beautiful picturesque village of Bunratty with 2 restaurants, plus outside dining area and 4 bars with music every night. Let Dirty Nelly's Bunratty be your dining destination this week. Open for food from 12 to 10 p.m.
Learn to play with the online Academy of Irish Music Learning Tools. Practice your tunes along with accompaniment tracks, or take the seat at a virtual reality session. Build your confidence as you play along with the professionals. Connect with some of Ireland's finest musicians and tutors. Log on to oaim.ie and join our music community today.
At Mazda, everything we do is designed with you, the driver, in mind. It's the Mazda way, and that begins before we get you on the road, with a choice of free upgrades worth up to €2,000 or extra low finance rates available right across our range, with performance, economy and style combined to deliver efficiency without compromise. Mazda, drive together. Book your test drive today at your local Mazda retailer. Cahercalla Motors, Kilrush Road, Ennis, 065 6829 199, or see cahercallamotorsmazda.ie.
Darren Hayes here from DH Westlink Limited, Chumron, Galway, home of the largest range of new and quality used cars and commercial vehicles in the West. Proud sponsors of the West Wind and Clare FM during Fleadh Hiola here in 2017. 091 766 555.
And you're very welcome back, Fáiltí. Cláride, you're very, very welcome back to Clare FM. We're here in our Francis Street premises. We're outside with a big crowd, and yes, we have the Cura Clare Wren boys and girls, and they're all here. The Chapel Gate Wren boys here performing for us, and yeah, the atmosphere is absolutely fantastic. So we're going to have some more dancing from young people, and we're going to have some tunes. Orla Coughlin is going to start them off there as I speak. Orla, tear into a few tunes there. Devani's Goat is up next, and we'll have some dancers here. We have plenty of young fennels and friends dancing for us, so take it away.
1, 2.
Mighty music there from the Chapelgate Wren boys from Clare and all over West Clare. And joining me now, I have an amazing man by the name of Mort Collins. Mort, how are you?
I'm good. I get a bit hoarse, but I'm good.
Are you telling too many yarns, Mort?
I think so. Will I tell him one? I must tell you one. My manageress said if I told anything dirty tonight, she wouldn't have breakfast in the morning for me. So that's serious. Sorry, I'm a little bit hoarse. Can you hear me? Oh, good. I think a lovely one, a short one recently. A young fellow went to join the guards, and he was a recruit. And when he went before his superintendent, he asked him several questions, his age, and then he said, "What would you do if you to arrest your mother?" He said, "I'd send for backup." And I tell a little one about a teacher in the school in Dublin. She said to the class one morning, "Put the word pistol in a sentence." Because you always little bright spark, little Mary at the front. "I have it, miss. What is it?" "My daddy is a policeman. He wears a suit of blue. He always wears a truncheon and sometimes a pistol too." Excellent. At the back, little Harshaw. "What is it, Johnny?" "My daddy is not a policeman. He doesn't wear a suit of blue. He draws the dull at 12 o'clock and is on the pistol too." And I'll tell a lovely one about a couple that got married years ago. Got married late in life. And of course, they had never seen each other undressed. It wouldn't happen now, is right? My Jesus. That's a fact. But anyway, after the bit of a dance and the holy going to bed, Mary got into one corner, getting undressed. Paddy got into the other. And the next thing, he had never seen his wife. She took off the wig, pulled out a drawer, put the wig into the drawer, took out her little assai into the drawer, took out her hearing aids into the drawer, took out her false teeth into it, and she hopped into bed. And there was Paddy looking both ways. "What's wrong with you, Paddy? Why aren't you getting into bed with your new wife?" "Jesus, Mary," he said, "I can't make up my mind whether to go into the bed or go into the drawer." Another one about couple got married, neighbours of my own, 25. They were married 25 years. And all she wanted to do was to go to Dublin and visit the zoo. Nowadays, to be Mallorca, or Majorca, as the Kerry lads call it, or the Canaries, or maybe fly to New York shopping, that's a new one. Anyway, weekend in Dublin, that was after 25 years. And as they were walking towards the zoo, you'll always know when a couple are 25 years married. She'll be 10 yards out in front of him, and he'll be walking like this behind. Anyway, when they got to the zoo, she was still 10 yards ahead of him. And didn't you go too near this big gorilla cage? Oh, Jesus, this gorilla, he grabbed her like this and pulled her up against the bars of the cage, and she shouted, "Paddy, what'll I do? What'll I do, Paddy?" "Tell him you've a pain in your head like you're telling me for 25 years.
The one and only Mort Collins, thank you so much. Give Mort a big round of applause there. Oh, he's a great man for the stories, I'll tell you. And even if you've heard them a few times, they're still funny when you hear them again. Well done to you, Mort. We're going to have a few more tunes, and we're going to have more dancing here from the Chapelgate Wren boys and girls. And yeah, take it away, folks. More tunes, more dancing is all happening here in Francis Street. Come up and join us if you haven't already, and take it away.
1, 2.
The sound there of the Chapelgate Wren boys, and we had some fabulous dancing there from the next generation, small little ones, and they were flaking it there on the ground, passing on the tradition. That's what it's all about. Steve Brown says, looking good to County Clare. You don't sound too bad either. Thanks, Steve, for that. And Barbara Talbot is here from the US, from Washington. She says, great to see you live. It's great to be alive and to be here live and to have all our friends and relations and all the people here in Ennis for Fleadh Cheoil here in 2017. We're going to take a little break, and then we're going to come back to you with more songs and more dance and more music here from the Chapelgate Wren boys.
Live the music on Clare FM.
Clare's Got Talent. Clare FM invites singers, dancers, groups, choirs, musicians, comedians, magicians and street performers to take part in the event of the year, Clare's Got Talent. We've €3,000 for the winning act, and don't worry if you think you're too young or too old, because there's no age limit. Application forms are now available from clare.fm, and the closing date for entries is Friday, September 22nd. Clare's Got Talent, in association with D&G O'Sullivan Hurley, #1 estate agent in County Clare when it comes to showcasing your home.
Let Ennis Orthodontic Practice transform your smile with our comprehensive range of specialist orthodontic treatments. Have you got gaps, crossing or crooked teeth? Come to Ennis Orthodontic Practice. We can help you smile with confidence. Jeeves has been treating patients as a specialist for nearly 20 years. Visit our website, ennisbraces.com, see our smile gallery and call us today, 065 686 0001.
Hi, Owen Liddy here. And I'm Dan McMahon. We are the Farm Insurance Advisors at Munster Group Insurance. We take all the hassle out of finding the most comprehensive, clearly understood, keenly priced insurance policy to suit your farm business. Our expertise in both agri and insurance will enable us to find you the best available deal. Don't forget, Dan or Owen, your Farm Insurance Advisors at Munster Group Insurance. 68 41766.
Munster Group Insurance is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
You're listening to The West Wind on Clare FM during Fleadh Cheoil na HÉireann Inish 2017 in association with DH Westlink Limited, Tuam Road, Galway, home to the largest range of new and quality used cars and commercials in the West. Visit westlink.ie or download the app.
And you're very welcome back to Clare FM, to the West Wind. Joan Hanrahan Hogan with you until 9 o'clock. And just enjoying so much the atmosphere. I could just stand here and listen and look and enjoy it all evening. Thank you so much to everybody. It makes such a difference to have such a huge, big crowd here. And we really do appreciate the huge effort everyone has made to be here this evening. It doesn't happen by accident, sure it doesn't. And not alone to share your talents, but even just to be here is absolutely wonderful. Well, now we're going to have a song from Alan Hogan. How are you, Alan?
Great.
You sure?
Yeah, positive. Yeah.
So you're going to sing a song that is very much associated with the Wren. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's. I'd be delighted to be able to the opportunity to be singing with the Wren for the last number of years. It's been brilliant, and I suppose this song is the anthem of the Wren, the Boys of Barnastraw, the great song by Sigerson Clifford, and I'm delighted to sing it. As I said there a while ago, it's a song that I always sing now with the Wren. Not that often otherwise, but it's kind of, it should be sang here, I think, rather than, for me anyway.
So we're going to have the Boys of Barnastraw, a very, very popular song, and I'm sure people will join in the chorus. Alan, take it away for us, please.
Please do join in the chorus. Oh, the town, it climbs the mountain and looks out on the sea. At sleeping time or waking time, 'tis there I long to be, to walk again those kindly streets, the place my life began, with the boys of Barnastraw, who hunted for the Wren. With cudgels stout we roamed about to hunt the gaidroline. We'd search for barns through every forest, from Letter to Duneen. We jump for joy beneath the sky. Life held no print or plan. For we boys of Barnashroida, who hunted for the Wren. And when the hills they were bleeding and the rifles were aflame, to the rebel homes of Kerry those Saxon strangers came. But the boys who dared the Oxys and who fought the Black and Tans were the boys of Barnashroida, who hunted for the Wren. And here's a health to them tonight, those boys who laughed with me. From the groves round Carron River to the slopes of Beenatee, John Dolly and Pat Andy, the Sheehan's, Con and Dan, were the boys of Barnashroida, who hunted for the Wren. And now they toil on foreign soil, where they have made their way. Deep in the heart of London town, or over in Broadway. And I am left to sing their deeds and to praise them while I can. Those boys of Barnashroida, who hunted for the Wren. And when the wheel of life runs down and peace comes over me, just take me back to that old town between the hills and sea. I'll take my rest in those green fields, the place my life began, with the boys of Barnashroida, who hunted for the Wren.
And thank you very much to Alan Hogan there for the boys of Barnashroida. Well, I have a very, very special lady sitting beside me now, and we don't need to have Christmas to have Mrs. Claus in our presence. Kitty Leyden, you're heartily welcome to Clare FM. Thank you so much for coming in this evening.
For inviting me to, I love Clare FM.
You do, Kitty?
I do. I'm listening to them a long time now. And if something interests me, I'll call in, and they always seem to answer me, and it goes out over, and the next thing I hear, oh, Kitty, you were on the radio. And I mean, sure, it's great. It's great. Isn't this wonderful, John? Oh, my God almighty, it is wonderful. And, I think of Cora Clare because I grew up in Cree, and I have wonderful memories and great friends. And the Tuberties and the Mannans and the Finnels and if I call them all, the Browns and the Duggans and Crowleys, I can't forget them. And of course I can't forget Innes, and of course East Clare, where I've lived for the last 54 years. And I mean, we have great music there. It's hard to beat it, I tell you. But red light.
You're treading on very thin ice now, Kitty.
When we had our house dances in the 40s, we had John Joe Russell and Mike O'Dick and Tommy Carey and Solis Lillis and Bobby Casey and Michael Downs and Michael Sexton, and they were all lined up inside in the kitchen where my sisters would be home from England. And we'd go to, it was my job to go to Crea to bring home the quarter cask from Welch's. And I'll tell you, and you know, in the old days, I know nobody talks about it now, but I do, because I think the people were wonderful. And the likes of them will never be seen again. They had great models and traditions and the whole bit. And if you ever want to see what life is all about, go down to Bunratty and you'll see it all there. And thanks to Joan for keeping me on here today and all my great friends out there. I don't know if I have any mini-me's. I don't think so. But I don't.
I doubt it. I doubt it, Kitty. Kitty, you're a lovely, lovely lady, and thank you so much for coming in to us this evening.
My children, because they're probably listening to this, and Anne told me she'd have it on in New York tonight, and the boys.
Okay, so all Kitty's children are being thought of as well. She's thinking of you all.
Yeah, because, you know, they're very good to me now. And that I'm going into 82, sure, it's great. And Lord, sure, they were a great pair of legs and all the walking.
And all the dancing you did, Kitty.
And all the dancing I did, Joan. And you know, Joan, I was down in the Sherwood, I was going to say. I was down in the Shetlands there a couple of years ago, thanks to Mary Mac, God bless her. And she brought me, she said, you pay your own fare, we'll have a great week. So we had. And we walked into a pub, and this woman walked out and she said, hello, Kitty. I said, I'm the clue you are. Who are you? All the way down here, I said to her. And she said, you taught me how to dance the set in Fecal. And wasn't it wonderful? I think it's great. You know,
well done to Kitty Leyden there, absolutely fantastic. And again, passing on the tradition and finding it in Shetland, absolutely wonderful. Well, we're going to have a blast of tunes now. There's a very special lady, another very special lady over here, and this is Vanessa Miller. And Vanessa, you're only going to be single for a very short time now, Vanessa. What's happening this weekend?
Yeah, I'm getting married on Saturday.
You picked a great Saturday to get married, Vanessa. Did you know it was the All-Ireland?
What better time than to get married in the middle of an All-Ireland? You'll be seeing the Miller-Gillen wedding walking around Ennis on Sunday afternoon. There might be another Wren boys, you never know. Come up and say hello to us.
Well, look at the very best for a long and healthy and happy marriage, Vanessa, and very special time for you. Enjoy every second of it. But in the meantime, you're going to play tunes for us. What are we going to hear? Yourself, and you're going to tell us a trio I think we have now.
Yeah, myself, Orla Coughlin and Cahill, we're going to play the Humours of Ennis Diamond and the Lark in the morning. Make sure and give us a big round of applause. Get us going. Thanks, lads.
Okay, Vanessa Miller and Orla Coughlin and Cahill Keane, harp, accordion and fiddle. And this is a big shout out to Vanessa and her, is it Sean?
Sean, yeah.
Sean Gillen, her husband to be. Orla.
Okay, after two. 1, 2.
sometimes the impromptu things are even more wonderful and as wonderful. Bernie McGowan, little CD is a present for you. Thank you so much for doing that. And who else was dancing there? Mary Corrie. Mary, a little CD is a gift, and that's from Florence Fahey's new album, Tunes from the Flaggy Shore. So wasn't it well worth your while getting up, girls, now? Might encourage the rest of them to take part. Well, we're going to take a Brisha Biog and coming back to you in a minute or two with more Kjol, Crack, August Kind here on Clare FM.
Live the music on Clare FM.
Hi, Damien Hayes here of Al Hayes Motor Skoda Innes. I have a message for all our wonderful Skoda drivers. We have now some pretty amazing news. At Al Hayes Motors Gort Road Innes, you can now book a service with just a click of a button, guaranteeing your Skoda a comprehensive health check, technology updates and all the care your Skoda deserves. It all means your Skoda is kept in great shape for the miles ahead. Just visit alhaysskoda.ie. It's simply clever.
Learn to play with the online Academy of Irish Music Learning Tools. Practice your tunes along with accompaniment tracks or take the seat at a virtual reality session. Build your confidence as you play along with the professionals. Connect with some of Ireland's finest musicians and tutors. Log on to oaim.ie and join our music community today.
Call into Cummins Car Centre and test drive the 172 Toyota commercial range. The luxurious Land Cruiser 5-seater business with commercial tax and VAT qualifying. See the durable and reliable new Hilux. The all-new Pro Ace van, choose from 3 different specs. Oris car van most economical in class from 14,950 plus VAT. All at Cummins Car Centre main Toyota dealer Ennis. 684 5000.
You wouldn't forget to water a plant if you wanted to keep it growing and blooming. In the same way, you need to feed your skin to keep it hydrated, fresh and youthful. Beauty Complex, the latest product from Revive Active, does just that. Using a natural formula, it nourishes the skin, replenishing its natural barrier and keeping it beautiful. Beauty Complex is available through good pharmacies and health food stores nationwide or direct online at reviveactive.com. See your skin bloom with Beauty Complex.
Tune in to Clare FM each day just after the 1 o'clock news for the lunchtime sessions during Fleadh Kjol na HÉireann Inish 2017 as we bring you a flavour of the Fleadh live from Clare FM's Festival Marquee, all in association with DH Westlink Limited, Tuam Road, Galway, home to the largest range of new and quality used cars in the West. Westlink.ie.
Very welcome back. Fáilte Cárta, back to Clare FM, the West Wind, our first live programme this evening. Enjoying it so much. Sinan Lillis, how are you?
How are you, John? How are you?
I'm great. And tell me, Sinan, lots happening for the Wren boys and things in Clare. Tell us a little bit about what to expect during the week.
Well, the Chapelgate Wren boys and the Chapelgate Singles Club are both, I suppose, in one sense, 2 sides of the same coin. Both dedicated to development and promotion of our culture, various aspects of our culture, and on the Wren boys are on the gig rig on Thursday night here in town, and on Saturday then we have a singing extravaganza in O'Keefe's in Corrie beginning at 2 a.m. and finishing at God only knows.
2 a.m., 2 p.m.
Well, that wasn't a slip at all, but it's starting at 2. And there's a free bus, by the way. There's a barbecue as well. A free bus from Curley's Car Park, Kilrush Road, leaving at 12:30 and back to Innis at 7 o'clock. And it promises to be an absolutely fantastic day of traditional singing.
Thanks a million, Sinan. That is always special last year. I'm sure it will be again this year. Time is against us. We're going to have a verse or two from Tony O'Loughlin, maybe a verse from Jojo as well, and a bit of Dowsa August tunes to bring us to the news at 9 o'clock. So, Tony O'Loughlin, you're very, very welcome to Clare FM. And what are you going to sing for us?
In Market Town of Gort.
The Market Town of Gort. So this is this great voice, another stalwart of music and song in County Clare, Tony O'Loughlin.
Round Market Square, not free from care, I gaze upon days of yore, but those child to teens have now gone like dreams to return nevermore. I ne'er come back to Lassalak, and the days were far too short, for I met my friends around John Glenn's in that market town of Gar. From Barrick Street we oft times meet with boys and horses too, and pony loads of hazel rods to go touching round Carronroo. Herring, seagrass and mackerel, anything from a garshoon shirt will be bought and sold in the days of old round that market town of Gar. I remember Sonny Mullins, a musician of renown. From far and near, they all came to cheer when he entertained in town. From Camden Square and all over Clare, Loch Wren, Woodford too. Fiddles and pipes, accordions and fifes, tin whistles and bodhrans few. Joe Cooley too was brave and true. He has played for kings and queens, and our own dear Cian Collins sure, I still hear him in my dream. And Des Mulcair, he's a born player, Chris Troney of the gifted few. And Joe Burke, don't forget, he's hard to be best when slashing out the reels or two. As I recall those chosen few and places of great lore, and reels like Rowan Mary and the books of Ardmore, to name them all is not for me at all, and space gets rather short, for traditional songs are still about in that market town of Gart. Thank you.
And the wonderful voice there of Tony O'Loughlin. A few things to tell you about. There's an art exhibition in the Bank of Ireland all week by Amicus Art Group. There's a photo exhibition in the AIB all week by Gary Collins. There's a Cian Roda head dinner in the Auburn Lodge at 7:30 on Tuesday. Coltis honours people who have made a significant contribution to our tradition, and among the people being honoured this year is our own Vincent Griffin. The Ard Olive dinner honours Padraig Donlan in the West County at 7:30 on Wednesday. So much happening, so make sure you get out there and enjoy it. Wednesday and Saturday there's a tour to Quinn, historical group to Quinn Abbey, Napogue and Craiganown. Contact Mary Liddy 087 618 7190. Free tour, all sponsored, leaving Templegate Car Park at 12 noon, returning at 5. And of course, Sinan told us about the Chapelgate Singers on Saturday as well. The gig rigs Thursday night. Jojo Marnin, we're going to have at least one verse out of you anyway, and then we're going to have a blast of tunes. We have very little time, but can I just say a huge míle buíochas to Gachtainna this evening, to Mark Lavin on sound, to Stephen McDermott, to Trees McInerney, to all the team here in Clare FM, to Porrick and Susan, and indeed to all these wonderful, wonderful people from West Clare. Gurv Míle Maith Agaibh Galir. Hope you have a wonderful Fleadh, and to anybody competing, I hope that it goes your way. And if you're not competing, I hope you're playing tunes morning, noon and night. Vanessa Miller and Sean, the very best in the future to you. Jojo, we're going to have a verse of a very famous song.
We'll have one verse. I'm disappointed now, John. You're only asking for one verse in fairness, so.
I'll never live it down.
I'll do one verse in the chorus of a lovely song, The Old Stone Wall. There's plenty of people here to join in the chorus. Thank you very much, Sean, for having us.
Not at all, my pleasure. And after that, we'll go straight into a few tunes and a bit of dancing. And from me, Joan Hanrahan Hogan. Until next Sunday night, when I'm co-presenting with Paula, I'm going to bid you adieu. Take it away there, Jojo.
Thank you. Outside Casey's cabin there stands an old stone wall, and it gave me joy in the days gone by to meet friends, foes and all. And many's an Irish song was sung by Colleen and Garsoon, and the music there it would rend the air by the rising of the moon. And when the night it begins to fall, all the boys would assemble with their Colleen so fresh and fair, just to spend an hour there. And the piper gay his tunes he would play, sure to make your owlins tremble. And the roadside rang with the songs we sang on top of the old stone wall. Well, many's a merry meeting I have seen on summer nights. It used to be the start and finish of rows and faction fights. I've seen a few of those lovers too at night time give a call for to kiss and coo as lovers do on top of the old stone wall. And when the night it begins to fall, all the boys would assemble with their Colleen so fresh and fair, just to spend an hour there. And the piper gay his tunes he would play, sure to make your owlins tremble. And the roadside rang with those songs that we sang on top of the old stone wall.
Live the music on Clare FM.
Having set the standard for generations, the new Volkswagen Golf is raising the bar yet again. Available with features such as gesture control, Apple CarPlay and wireless smartphone charging, now is the time to upgrade to an ever-connected journey in the most intuitive Golf yet. Call into your local authorised Volkswagen retailer today and discuss the attractive monthly repayments on offer, or visit Volkswagen.ie. Volkswagen, we make the future real. Terms and conditions apply.
Your local Volkswagen dealer is Western Garages, Quinn Road, Ennis. Volkswagen Clare since 1957. Call 6828 505.
The world-renowned Dirty Nelly's Bar and Restaurant is the go-to venue for live music and scrumptious food. Located in the beautiful picturesque village of Bunratty with 2 restaurants, plus outside dining area and 4 bars with music every night. Let Dirty Nelly's Bunratty be your dining destination this week. Open for food from 12 to 10 p.m. This Saturday and every Saturday from 9:30 a.m. Join Clare FM for Farm Focus, where we take a look at everything you need to know about farming concerns, needs and solutions. Along with this, we keep you up to date with the latest farm news. Farm Focus, in association with Munster Group Farm Insurance. This Saturday at 9:30 a.m. on Clare FM.
Darren Hayes here from DH Westlink Limited, Tuam Road, Galway, home of the largest range of new and quality used cars in the West, and proud sponsors of the West Wind and Clare FM during Fleadh, Ceol na hÉireann, Inish 2017. Westlink.ie.
On the hour, every hour, with the news that matters to you.
This is Clare FM News.
At 9 o'clock, good evening, I'm Tina Gates. The body of a diver has been discovered off the coast of County Donegal. It follows a search for a Canadian national who was among a group who were deep-sea diving on a World War II shipwreck off Malin Head at the weekend. Malin Head Coast Guard were alerted on Saturday after one of the diving group was reported missing. The operation was jointly coordinated with the Coast Guard Operations Centre in Belfast. The body is being brought